Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, we're doing a double header. We came on earlier tonight with the Money in the Bank review. Now we're coming back with Collision. On review AEW Collision. And you see right here, Roger Strong takes on Ring of Honor TV champion Samoa Joe in the men's quarterfinal on the Owen. Plus, some CM Punk will be observing to see who he will face between one of these two men. We'll get to that as well. Another Owen Cup qualifying match. Dustin Runnels, who knew Owen Hart, goes against Powerhouse Hobbs in the quarterfinal. We'll see that match as well. Plus two, Miro will be in action tonight. Miro, the Redeemer, will be in action. We'll see Miro later tonight on what he did in another Owen Cup final. A matchup inciting. Zeus Robinson taking on Ricky Starks. Who's going to advance to meet Powerhouse Hobbs or Dustin Runnels in the match? But we kick Collision off with the AEW World Champion MJF making his wrestling debut. And you won't believe who put out the challenge the champ in a match. You won't believe that. And two, we'll be talking a little bit about Money in the Bank earlier tonight as we saw Jay Uso pin Roman Reigns and what that leaves for him. All this and more when the AEW Collision Ring Report starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the AEW Collision Ring Report. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the AEW Collision Ring Report. Join in the conversation using the hashtag AEW Pro Wrestling Show here on Pro Wrestling Show. And join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button. All right, we're going to get to it right now with the AEW Collision Ring Report. And what a ring report it was. We told you last week that world champion MJF was going to make his debut on Collision. MJF made his debut. MJF did not like his stance in on the show. MJF defeated some jobber, and he did so by defeating the jobber and stuff. I mean, he defeated him and stuff. I mean, he defeated him out. I don't know. It was quick, simple, and easy for MJF. But MJF thought he wanted more challenges. He wanted a challenge. Well, MJF did get himself a challenge. Indeed, all ego Ethan Page stepped up. Ethan Page talked about his family's history in the city of Hamilton, Ontario. Even talked about his family. Talked about his dad, his wife, his kids, saying he didn't want to quit. But Ethan Page was drinking the same Kool-Aid like MJF. Ethan Page now got a change of heart now. Ethan Page took on MJF in an impromptu match for the world title. Good world title match. Could see Ethan Page down the road be a serious contender, but Ethan Page did his best. MJF was trying to mark and trying to displease the crowd, but Ethan Page stepped up. Ethan Page, a proud man now that he looked at his areas ways due to Matt Hardy helping him. But that didn't get the job done for Ethan Page. Ethan Page lost to MJF. MJF continued on to dominate. Ethan Page even called MJF a bare minimum champion or something. He said that, but I guess the bare minimum was Ethan Page. Ethan Page probably had to look into the side himself to see what he has to do in order to one day become a world champion. I can see Ethan Page become a world champion. It's just not right now, but he's working on it. MJF is younger. He's more charismatic, and he's good on the mic. So Ethan Page is getting there. MJF has a physique, so I guess Ethan Page was kind of getting there, but we'll see down the road how that's going to play out for Ethan Page. Hey, being a that. Well, we saw the Redeemer, Miro. Miro was in action. Miro, the Redeemer, was in a match and he took down a jobber. Miro won his match over the jobber. Miro continued his dominance. I don't see why Miro is not in a world title match or something going to that effect. But who knows? But with Miro stuff. Well, we kick off one of the first of the Owen Hart Cups. It's Dustin Reynolds, the veteran, taking on Powerhouse Hobbs, who's looking to make his name for himself, and he wants to do it on the expense of Dustin Reynolds. And what a way to do it! Powerhouse Hobbs took on Dustin Reynolds in a match, impromptu. QT Marshall was at ringside with Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs credit QT Marshall for his big break, but at the end, Powerhouse Hobbs won his match. Powerhouse Hobbs advances on, and he will await the winner of the Ricky Starks Juice Robinson match, whoever that may be and stuff. Well, we didn't waste no time whatsoever. Um, we didn't waste no time. Tony Schiavone had an interview with Bullet Club Go, including the gun, about their alliance. They talked about the alliance and how the alliance was going to do, but that didn't mean so well. Well, CM Punk and friends came out there to want to talk and saying Ricky Starks was getting ready for his match. Ricky Starks was getting ready for his match, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on what had happened coming up. Well, we can talk about it right now. Ricky Starks took on Juice Robinson in the men's quarterfinal, who was going to advance to meet Powerhouse Hobbs. And the match was that fast and furious both ways. But we told you this. Ricky Starks won the match over Juice by pinning him. Juice Robinson tried to gang up on Ricky Starks until FTR and friends came out there and CM Punk came out there to even up the odds. Ricky Starks was outnumbered. But Ricky Starks advances on and he will meet his fellow former friend turns enemy, Powerhouse Hobbs. We'll see that match coming up soon and shortly next week. Speaking of that, Andrade getting confronted by the House of Black. Andrade came back a couple of weeks ago. The House of Black continued on playing games with Andrade. I think Andrade doesn't like that one bit. The House of Black want to vent out on Andrade. Andrade want to get his hands on Malachi Black. They got a history together in NXT. I think how this is going to play out eventually, we'll have to wait and see on how this is going to work. Chris Catalan was in action, but yeah, you know how they go. Well, it was the main event of the evening. The main event of the evening was this Samoa Joe, the Ring of Honor Television Champion, taking on Roger Strong, AEW's newest acquisition, and CM Punk was a special guest commentator. CM Punk came out there to commentate. CM Punk came out there to made his entrance as always. Came out there to sit down with Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness. One day I like Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness from the Ring of Honor days, and now they on the big time now. So good, kudos to them on that. Well, it was it was that, but Roger Strong and Samoa Joe Samoa muscle buster onto the chair. Roger Strong felt the effects. He had to be carried out. Roger Strong being carried out to the ring, carried out from the ring. We don't know if CM they gonna start blaming CM Punk had something to do with it, with which I don't think he did. But CM Punk, Adam Cole was out there, so it was a lot of people coming out there on the check on the aid of Roger Strong to see he was okay. But that ended AEW Collision for this week. All right, so we're gonna move on to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, we want to give a congratulations to Natalia. Natalia receiving all these 6 awards. for most matches on Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views, you name it. The longest serving female, Natalia, winning Guinness World Record. So kudos to her, and she should be proud of her accomplishment. Well, we're still not over what happened earlier. You can see the predicted outcome on the Money in the Bank review, both separate videos. They're out there on the archives for this week. We did one today. We did one just about a couple of minutes ago. So we had almost close to 90 minutes of the pro wrestling show with 1 hour worth of Money in the Bank and tonight collision. So check those videos out when you can, and how it would be. But we look far from here where Io Sky and Damian Priest came so far, both receiving, like if you think about 3 years ago, 2020, they both came from NXT and developmentals, and now they're Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank. Congratulations. Even Cody Rhodes, they're asking him like, what next for Cody? Cody don't know yet. Cody trying to figure out. We ain't had heard from Brock Lesnar. And we don't know when Brock's going to return. So we assuming that Brock and Cody will have their rubber match at SummerSlam. There's rumored to be a bull rope match. So we have to wait and see on that. Plus two, Zelina Vega revealed her outfit, something from Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z or something, I think. And there's a Dragon Ball Z character. So the character it relates to is from Dragon Ball Z. So however that may be. Triple H made the announcement that Money in the Bank was the largest gate in WWE history. I don't know if that's fair to be true or not, but hey, that's Triple H business. Triple H even said in the press conference about WrestleMania, it's gonna be tough to bring WrestleMania to London. I mean, you can bring it, but we don't know. But just make it small and simple. WrestleMania in London. Yeah, just do it like that. But John Cena was the one that made mention of that. Triple H also talked about made mentions of those who wait. Many people thought LA Knight was going to win Money in the Bank, but he didn't. Um, so we don't know what Triple H's plans are with LA Knight coming soon. I mean, LA Knight's not no spring chicken, and only time will tell. And we have to wait and see. LA Knight, this would have been the perfect opportunity for him. Some people say he may not win the Royal Rumble. Some people say he may win the King of the Ring. I don't know. Any other might go for the U.S. Championship. Who knows? So it's a lot going on. We just have to wait and see on how this is going to play out LA Knight and what Triple H has in mind and what plans Triple H has for him. We just have to wait and see. Also, too, Bailey and Io Sky act like everything was normal, like nothing was wrong. Um, Io Sky won the Money in the Bank over with Bailey with handcuffs and stuff. So Io Sky now has an opportunity to cash in whenever she wants to be Miss Money in the Bank. But I look at it like this: Bailey may be jealous and may want to fight Io for the Money in the Bank briefcase. That could be a possibility. I think Io trying not to be too naive because Bailey's coming. She's gonna find a way and figure out a way to get that briefcase out from Bailey. I can see that coming that way, that direction sooner rather than later. So we got one for Raw, we got one for SmackDown. So we just have to wait and see how this is gonna play out because Bailey, like everything was okay, but really it wasn't. But we just have to wait and see and how this is gonna all play out eventually when Bailey on SmackDown. Well, we told you this. Drew McIntyre made his return back to WWE. Drew McIntyre back in WWE after he laid out the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, and there could be a match between Drew and Gunther down the road between them at SummerSlam. Drew and Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Um, that could be the possibility. That could be the realm that we might see Drew and Gunther. Triple H said that Drew McIntyre took his time, and a lot of people was talking about Drew and Gunther. Um, Drew was having creative differences with in Triple H? We don't know. So only time will tell. I think Drew's coming back to get that Intercontinental belt, but I think Drew need to go for the world belt rather than the Intercontinental belt. Put Gunther over and go for the world belt. That's what the money is. So we just have to wait and see how this all gonna play out. I know we'll find out on Raw this Monday what Drew McIntyre's plans are and mission statement going forward. So hey, all right, we're gonna end this right now with the Pro Wrestling Show. It's been a long week. We gave you more content for the Pro Wrestling Show this week than ever before. The Pro Wrestling Show is that they deserve it. So we're gonna leave you with CM Punk and Ricky Starks. CM Punk giving Ricky Starks the endorsement. Ricky Starks finally won the Owen. And Ricky Starks and CM Punk meet in the finals for the Owen. That's be a possibility. We have to wait and see. We'll see you this Monday for the Pro Wrestling Show. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So we're gonna have 5 pro wrestling shows this week. So look for all those ring reports coming your way. We had 6, so that's amazing. Predict the outcome as well. So in a review show. So we have more content to store for you this week. So for me being Kendrick Dix, saying so long, y'all have a great weekend. Watch the content back from previous pro wrestling shows throughout this weekend. See you later. We'll see you this Monday for the Raw Room Report. See you then.